channel, welcome back. Today I am doing things that are in my dance bag that just make sense. So the very first thing in my dance bag that just makes sense is an insane amount of clothes. Like, I have so many random pairs of leg warmers and skirts in my bag, and they kind of just live in my bag, but you never know what you're gonna need for the day. I always keep extra leg warmers in my bag. I'm also notorious for forgetting to put them on, but leg warmers and lots of skirts. I don't even know where half of the skirts are in this bag, but leg warmers and skirts. The second thing that just makes sense in my bag is my giant bag of point shoes. This is, I think, 3 or 4 pairs of point shoes, maybe more, and this is actually quite heavy, but yeah, a giant bag of point shoes, and I have more point shoes to sew. The third thing in my dance bag that just makes sense is my giant stretching loop. It is literally just a TheraBand that's a giant loop, and I use it to stretch my ponche and my extensions and my splits. Yeah, it looks like a torture device, and honestly it kind of is. Another thing in my dance bag that just makes sense are my fans. I have 2 fans, a black one and a black and silver one. I got them from Dollar Tree. You never know when you're gonna need to whip out key tree or just need a fan in class. So yeah, I have multiple fans. I have, I think, 2 in my bag right now, so. I feel like this is a weird thing to have in my bag, but I have a pair of needle nose pliers. I use them when I darn my shoes because then I don't like cause blisters or shred my fingers with the needles. I feel like dancers carry like so much hardware in their bag. I know that there are dancers who carry hammers to break in their point shoes. But yeah, I got needle nose pliers. So another thing in my dance bag that just kind of makes sense is my giant bag of band-aids and tape, plus the band-aid trash that gets stuck to the tape. If you know, you know. If you don't, our feet get a lot of blisters, and a lot of times it's because we're in point shoes. Other times it's related to dancing in character heels or different shoes for different types of pieces. Most of mine have come from point shoes, so yeah, just the amount of band-aids in this bag is kind of insane. Also, I have like the most random band-aids, but these llama band-aids are so good for blisters because they cover my blisters and then I can like get it to stick around my heel. So yeah, anyways, an absurd amount of band-aids, and more than likely the associated trash that comes with the absurd amount of band-aids. Another thing that kind of makes sense that we all have, golf balls. I actually used to dance at a studio that was right by a golf course, and I found a golf ball in the parking lot. It's a Callaway. I don't know anything about that other than it's a Callaway. Yeah, this golf ball has saved my arches. These are great for massaging muscles and your feet. Rolling out your arches with one of these, so good. The final thing in my dance bag that just makes sense is all of my social media content creation gear. I have the tripod that my phone is like currently propped up on, and then my Anchor battery pack. It's got a USB-C cable built into it, and the great thing about this is when I turn it on, it has a little screen that tells me how charged it is, which I need to charge it. When you're creating a lot of content, it can eat up the battery on your phone, and so having one of these to make sure my phone is always charged is great. But also just in general, if somebody needs their phone charged and they have a USB-C like thing in their phone, they can always use this. And it also is great because it has little plugs for USB, so if somebody has like a lightning adapter cable, they can hook it up with this. But also this tripod that I'm currently propped up on has been great with filming audition videos. You don't want to prop your phone up on a water bottle. It works, it gets the job done, but really having a tripod has been so great. It also like makes making content easier because then I'm not like doing the leaning tower of whatever I can find to make my phone tall enough. So that just kind of makes sense in my dance bag, having all of that. I also have a journal that stays in my dance bag that is dance content, but also just dance corrections and choreography and things I need to think about in class, and a lot of choreography ideas that I have currently. That's kind of what's in my dance bag. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was things that I have in my giant dance bag that just makes sense to me. So yeah, see y'all later. Bye.